Ever wonder who's behind the scenes, deciding what goes into a school lunch? Or why there are posters about a balanced diet at your doctor's office? Well, you've just stepped into the world of community nutrition. It's this huge field that's quietly shaping the health of all of us. And in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain. Okay, so here's the game plan. We'll start with the basics. What is this stuff? Then we'll take a look at how it's changed over the years, check out the modern-day playbook they use, and finally, get to know the people who are really on the front lines making it all happen. So what is community nutrition really? Well, at its heart, it's all about solving problems. It kicks off when a group of people looks around and recognizes an issue, what the experts call a felt need. Like noticing that kids in a certain neighborhood just don't have access to fresh vegetables. They're all trying to answer the exact same question. How do we, as a society, tackle these big, widespread health problems that are all tied to food? And the answer is community nutrition. You can think of it as this three-pronged attack. First, you've got people. That's all about educating folks on making healthier choices. Then there's policy. The nitty-gritty work of getting healthier options into school vending machines. And finally, you have programs, things like community gardens or cooking classes that bring all of these ideas to life. Now, what's really fascinating here is that this field didn't just pop up out of nowhere. Nope. It grew and it adapted, shaped by real-world crises, always changing to meet the challenges of the day. I mean, you can see the whole story right here. It started out super specific, tackling things like scurvy in kids. Then, boom, the Great Depression hits, and the focus completely shifts to just helping people make do with what little they had. Fast forward to the 60s, food is more available, and suddenly the problem flips to chronic diseases like obesity. And now, today, nutritionists are in the room where it happens, actually shaping national policies that affect our entire food system. It's a perfect example of how, as our health problems change, community nutrition changes right along with them. So how does this all actually work on the ground today? Well, the whole strategy, the entire game plan, it's all built around one powerful idea: prevention. But here's the key. Prevention isn't just one single action. It's a really smart, multi-layered strategy. It's like having different lines of defense for every possible scenario, from stopping a problem before it even has a chance to start, to managing it once it's already there. Here's a great way to think about it. Primary prevention is like teaching fire safety to everyone. It stops the fire from ever starting. Secondary prevention, that's your smoke detector. It catches the fire super early. And tertiary prevention, that's the expert crew that comes in after the damage is done to rebuild and make sure things don't get any worse. And here's what that looks like in the real world. Primary prevention casts a really wide net, right? Think nutrition classes for every single kid in a school. Secondary starts to narrow the focus. It's for people who might be at risk, like offering blood pressure screenings at a local health fair. And tertiary is super specific. This is direct one-on-one support, like creating a custom meal plan for someone who was just diagnosed with diabetes. Okay, so we've got the strategy down, but who are the actual people out there running this playbook? Let's talk about what a community nutritionist actually does. Honestly, their job is just all over the map, in the best way. One day, they could be deep in survey data trying to figure out a community's needs. The next, they might be writing a grant proposal to get a new program funded, or even designing a whole marketing campaign to get people excited about healthy eating. They're basically part scientist, part project manager, part teacher, and part advocate, all rolled into one. So what kind of person thrives in a role that asks for so much? Yeah, it's way more than just knowing about vitamins and minerals. It's a real balancing act. You have to be flexible enough to design a program for a tiny rural town and then turn around and adapt it for a huge city. You've got to be versatile, totally comfortable with a spreadsheet 1 minute and then speaking in front of a camera the next. But the one thing that ties it all together is being absolutely laser-focused on that big picture mission, fighting hunger and helping build a healthier world for everyone. And that really brings us full circle, doesn't it? Community nutrition isn't just some abstract idea in a textbook. It's real, and it's happening all around us. It's a living, breathing effort to solve problems, maybe even some of the ones you see right outside your own front door.